everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a full moon reading about the energies and just basically whatever guidance comes up at this time. So let's have a look at what guidance we get during this Sagittarius full moon. Okay, it's time to release negativity. So a full moon card cannot in Scorpio, although this full moon that's coming up, or rather that's today, is actually in Sagittarius. So let's get some guidance on what to expect during this time. The Hanged Man. Retreating, healing, resting. The High Priestess with healing, intuition, and the Knight of Pentacles. Death. It seems like this full moon is going to trigger an awakening, a change in perspective, for you to let go of all old ideas about things. And these insights could actually cause you to go into deep contemplation, healing, resting. The full moon energy could also make you very tired. It's also a time to release, right? Surrender. And follow your intuition about a situation that's on your mind. There could be an offer that comes in, but that offer is going to come in slowly because you need to let go of an old situation, mentality, pattern, or relationship. If you are interested in getting some insight to some patterns you may have, you might want to check out my past life readings that I have posted. It's like you're going through an awakening. You know, also could be a death of an old self, the death of the ego. It looks like there's going to be an offer, but this offer might not come through if you don't let go of certain patterns. Could also be a Scorpio coming in. Let's see what other guidance we get at this time. Soulmates popped up. So this offer that's coming in, it could be a soulmate, a soul connection partnership. If it's for work, it could be that you are going to collaborate with someone, get into a partnership with someone, sign an agreement, and it also basically is meeting your soul tribe, making a soul contract. So this could be someone you made a soul contract with in a past life. Okay. So let's see what other guidance we have for you at this time. For the full moon, what do you need to know? What guidance can you get from your angels? Okay. So as I was talking about this card earlier, I was thinking about the Hermit card, about going within, you know, and the Hermit card does come out. So I really do think that you're sort of disconnecting from socializing for a little bit. you might be going through the dark night of the soul, and that's why we have the Four of Swords and death, and also the Hangman, because the Hangman can also represent enlightenment. See, all of these cards all talk about intuition, insight. It's you're going on a very spiritual journey during this time. The Eight of Fire. Okay, so basically the Hermit is spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. The Eight of Fire, events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over, many things happening at once. I feel like only after you go through this stage here and let go, this Knight of Pentacles can come in. Three of Earth, collaboration again. Power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. You might, like I said, you might get into a partnership, you might get an investor for your startup, you might have a business idea and get a partner. Yeah. Six of Air, things are looking up for you at this time. Okay, Six of Air, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation. You could be taking a trip, could also be someone's traveling towards you. Okay, Two of Fire, you've come into your own. Again, new partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. There's a lot about partnerships. So I feel if you're interested in career, it is really about saying that this full moon is going to bring about someone coming into your life who's going to share your vision, you know, who's going to believe in your ethos, who's going to believe in your company and your vision, right? And they will say, you know what, let's do this together, and you can build an empire together. It also could be a twin flame, a soulmate, love coming in at this time. Okay, it really feels like new energy is coming in, which is great, right? Now let's see, in terms of love, is there any message coming in to you at this time for this full moon? So basically this week, yeah, it really is very much focused, I feel, on finances and career. And I think even your love life is being affected by finances and career. If you might want to check out the twin flame in separation, if you are in separation. I think, I can't remember which reading it was, but finances and career came up as a major issue for quite a bit of the reason for separation sometimes. But ultimately there will be an expression of love. So it really does look like a positive time with this beautiful full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is all about expansion. So I really do feel it's a positive time. It is a time for making wishes and releasing them tonight itself, and really being out in nature, meditating, getting clear on what you want to release, really. So all of those old patterns that have haunted you for far too long, it would be a perfect time for you to really release any negativity that you've held on, any blocks that you have. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. You might want to check out the past life reading to get more insight to some of the patterns that you might want to let go of. However, there were certain zodiac signs for whom there aren't patterns really emerging at this time, and it's more of them focusing on work. So I feel like I'm picking up on the energy of those. I think it was Taurus, and I can't quite remember the other sign, but basically how, you know, they're very focused on work, and these values help them in this life, in this lifetime, or rather they have inherited these values of hard work and motivation, which are powerful tools when you want to build an empire, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's your guidance at this time for the full moon. And okay, I think I'll pick up a card from the Journey of Love for you. Alright, I've done this for the twin flame separation readings. I've been reading from this based on the card that popped up for each star sign. So let me just see what comes out right now as a collective energy for all of you during this time. Okay, so the card that popped up is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And it says Cosmic Butterfly. I feel like it's highlighting this fact about transformation and the transformation you're going through. You're being reborn from the pulsating womb of the Divine Mother, on fire with her creative power. You are being transformed while living, to surrender certainty in favor of openness. So this idea of, it's perfect, right, during this full moon, this idea of releasing certainty and being more open, to accept the smallness of your everyday life while admitting to the magnificence of your being, to open up to the divine light that pours through you into a myriad of forms, endlessly creating, destroying, creating again. This is your sacred task. Life is thriving within you. Why not let yourself be broken down and reborn through the workings of nature? Another life within this one beckons you on now. So it again reminds me of this idea of death card and the healing with the Four of Swords that came out. The message for you from this oracle is that if your life feels like it is falling apart, then take heart, for it is falling apart to come back together in a new way. You are going through rebirth, just like a butterfly in a chrysalis. The agony and the delight, the sense of dying and being truly alive, can all be held in the serene space of your heart. Surrender into what you are becoming now, and know that what you are leaving behind is but a shell that once will have held your fast emerging new self. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guidance there by Alana Fairchild on letting go and allowing this transformation to take place for you. Let me see if I have these. Let me take out the Wild Unknown archetype, and let me just see what guidance comes up, and I'll read from it if anything pops up at this time. Just remember that's in the drawer. Okay. Okay, the prayer. Okay, so I'll read that out for you. Just give me a moment. Please do press the like and subscribe if this speaks to you, because it really helps me connect with your energy. And it really is true, because how else could I possibly connect and tell you what, give you some insight if otherwise, right? Because this is an energy exchange, and it would really help. Okay, so the prayer, the worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When we are in a state of prayer, and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, am I pronouncing that right? Okay, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for this omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego. With the Death card again, the idea of ego keeps repeating as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. That's beautiful, isn't it? Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. Experiment with the act of bowing down. Nearly all spiritual traditions make a practice of prostration. Every song, kiss, breath, word can become a prayer. It is a feeling, not an action. Consider the ancient mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. When when your energy is light, you will encompass this energy by offering to be of service or ask for guidance. However, if you are stuck, you might be in the dark where you expect results, or it's about self-aggrandizement. So really thinking it's about ego, basically. Go deeper, ask to be of service. I think a lot of people are breaking down at this point and feeling lost. And this idea of feeling like you are losing a sense of yourself, okay? And it may be overwhelming, but it really is this idea of you becoming a cosmic butterfly, you transforming. This reading is all about transformation, and some of you might be going through the twin flame journey, and that could have been the trigger that caused you to break, right? But there's always light, okay? There's always light. There's always light. And even when it feels so overwhelming, prayer would help lift you up. You might want to go onto YouTube and listen to some high vibe music. Some mantras would help a lot. Mantras help clear the space of negativity. So if you are being attacked by dark forces, dark thoughts, mantras, just playing a mantra in that space would immediately make you feel so much lighter. And you should obviously sage your space as well. I always make sure I have sage around, right? So you might want to sage your space as well. Smudge your space with, I personally like sage. So yeah, I feel I think some of you are very overwhelmed. So there are those of you who are feeling motivated and you want to start this empire, but there are those of you who are struggling at this time. And I'm feeling that energy coming in right now. This idea and this guidance right now is embrace the change. It is overwhelming, but time truly does heal. It takes time, but what you can do is really keep busy. Meet some friends who help lift you up. Try not to constantly be stuck in those thought patterns, but try to question those thoughts, and find exceptions to those thoughts that plague you. Also, this idea of the death of the ego and transformation, it is like you are being reborn and you can't quite connect again to the 3D world. And there are a lot of things, maybe at work or when you're talking to certain people, you just feel like there's no resonance anymore. And that's simply because you are evolving as a person. And once you embrace the spiritual journey, it's really difficult for you to go back. You could, but you may not feel as fulfilled. The spiritual journey isn't always the easiest, but it gives you a sense of fulfillment. It gives meaning to your life. And I think this beautiful, beautiful full moon in Sagittarius is going to bring in this amazing, bountiful energy for you, a lot of abundance. So think happy thoughts, write down certain affirmations that make you feel better, and lift your energy listening to mantras, solfeggio music, anything that helps make you feel better. So I really wish you all the best and hope you have a wonderful full moon. Thank you so much for being here. Please do press like and subscribe.